What if everything you believed about money was wrong? Every year, fortunes are made, billions are lost, and ordinary people make decisions that change their lives forever. Some become rich, some lose everything. But behind every fortune, every scam, and every financial disaster, there is a hidden story, a story of greed, a story of deception, a story of human psychology. Welcome to Money Mysteries, where money, greed, and psychology collide. Tonight's mystery begins now. Imagine you're standing in a convenience store. You buy a lottery ticket without thinking much about it. A few days later, you check the numbers, one by one. The first number matches, then the second, then the third. Your heart starts racing. The fourth, the fifth, the sixth. Suddenly, your entire life changes. You are now worth millions of dollars. Most people think winning the lottery is the beginning of a perfect life. But what if I told you that, for many winners, it marks the beginning of financial disaster? This is the true story behind a mystery that continues to puzzle psychologists and financial experts. Why do so many lottery winners end up broke? And how can millions of dollars disappear so quickly? Meet Michael, a hardworking factory employee who spent years living paycheck to paycheck. Every morning he woke up before sunrise. Every month he worried about bills. Every year he dreamed about financial freedom. Like millions of people around the world, he occasionally bought lottery tickets, not because he expected to win, but because it gave him hope. Then one evening, everything changed. Michael checked his ticket. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. He checked again. And again, every number matched. He had won over $10 million. News spread quickly. Reporters showed up. Friends called non-stop. Family members who hadn't spoken to him in years suddenly remembered his phone number. For the first time in his life, Michael felt completely free. No more debt, no more stress, no more financial worries, or so he thought. At first, Michael's purchases seemed reasonable. He bought a nicer home, a new car. He took his family on vacation, nothing unusual. But then something changed. The money felt endless. After all, how could anyone spend millions of dollars? Michael started buying luxury vehicles, designer clothes, expensive jewelry. He paid for lavish parties. Everywhere he went, people treated him differently. People praised him, admired him, asked for favors. Slowly, Michael became addicted to the feeling. Then came the investment opportunities. One friend had a restaurant idea. Another wanted to start a business. Someone promised guaranteed returns. Another claimed they knew a secret investment strategy. Michael invested again, and again, and again. Most of those businesses failed, but he kept spending because he believed the money would always be there. This is where psychology enters the story. Researchers have discovered something fascinating. Humans earn money differently than unexpected money. When you work years to save $10,000, every dollar feels valuable. But when $10 million suddenly appears in your bank account, your brain struggles to understand its true value. Psychologists call this mental accounting. Because the money feels different, people often become less careful with it. There's another powerful force at work. It's called lifestyle inflation. As income increases, spending increases too. What once felt luxurious quickly becomes normal. The expensive car no longer feels special. The giant house becomes ordinary. The lavish vacations become expected. Soon, spending isn't about enjoyment anymore. It's about maintaining a lifestyle, and that lifestyle becomes incredibly expensive. Years passed. Michael continued spending. Investments failed. Maintenance costs increased. Taxes accumulated. The fortune that once seemed endless began shrinking. Then came the moment he never expected. His financial advisor showed him the numbers. Most of the money was gone. The businesses had failed. The properties had become liabilities. The luxury lifestyle had become unsustainable. Michael was shocked. How could millions disappear? The answer was simple, not all at once. One decision at a time. One purchase at a time. One investment at a time. Eventually, the man who once had over $10 million was facing financial hardship again. Many of the people who surrounded him during his wealth had disappeared. The parties ended. The phone stopped ringing. The attention vanished. The money was gone. Most people think the mystery is how lottery winners lose their fortunes. But that's not the real mystery. The real mystery is why humans continue making the same mistakes. The desire for more. The belief that wealth will solve every problem. the temptation to impress others, the illusion that easy money lasts forever. Michael's story isn't really about the lottery. It's about human nature. Because whether someone earns $100 or $100 million, the same psychological traps exist. And that's why financial success isn't just about making money. It's about managing your behavior. Because money doesn't change who you are. It simply reveals who you already were. What would you do if you suddenly won $10 million tomorrow? Would you invest it, spend it, or could you resist the psychological traps that have destroyed so many fortunes? Comment your answer below and subscribe to Money Mysteries for more real stories about money, greed, deception, and the psychology behind financial success and failure.